Alan Snell with LVSportsBiz.com. Just wanted to get your impressions of Las Vegas and what do you think about it being a possible NBA city and just NBA town?
Well, this is like the worst kept secret in the world, isn't it? That this is eventually going to be an NBA city.
To go to the
We've been coming here for so many years for summer league, and Warren Legary has done such an amazing job getting the summer league to where it is now. It's just it's an absolute happening here in the summer. I think that the turnout today shows that there's certainly interest in the NBA game. And I just, I've been around this a long time. I believe that the NBA can make just about anything happen. I mean, the in-season tournament's something that there were many, many skeptics about for many years, and right now it's all the buzz.
right side again.
Rick, Willie Ramirez with the Associated Press. You had 5 guys in double figures, but Benedict and TJ provided quite a spark off the bench today. Can you just talk about their play, what it meant? I believe it was in the third quarter. They accounted for a good portion of the points to make that run.
Yeah, our bench really was the difference in today's game. If you look the plus minus, it's pretty obvious that those guys played a major role. And TJ just he inspires. He inspires me. He inspires his teammates with the way he plays, his passion. He's a little unconventional with his style of play, but he's very difficult to deal with. And he was great in the first half and made huge plays in the second half. I thought his tip-in was one of the highlights of the season.
Go to left side, standing up, Tim.
Tim Bontis from ESPN. You said before the game, Rick, that you guys are going to need to do this as a group to beat the Bucks again. I was curious, what did you make of the way your team was able to respond from the punch they threw at you guys in the third quarter to come back and sort of fight back the way you did down the stretch? And how much did that tweak you guys made to think halfway through the third against the zone kind of help settle things down?
Well, Andrew Nemhard gave us a big lift in the third quarter when we were reeling. Their zone was a problem. We didn't get a very good rhythm against it right away. He helped us get the ball in the basket 3 or 4 straight times. Unfortunately, he was injured on the fast break play. The hope is that it's not anything serious. It looks like a hyperextension or something like that, but we'll see. In this tournament, what we've seen is that the team that's up at halftime, gets hit with some kind of a blitz in the third quarter. Boston was up on us. We hit them with a big third, and the same thing happened tonight. Milwaukee hit us, and so it's to be expected. This time of the year, games don't have this kind of exposure, attention, interest. And so it's really a fascinating time in the history of the league. And Milwaukee threw 43 points at us, and I was really proud of the way our guys held the line, stuck together. Bruce Brown had a rough third, and he came back, and he was a big difference maker in the fourth, and he was one of the reasons we were able to win.
Talked a lot as a group about what this tournament can do for you guys in terms of getting you guys on a national stage like this, and also Tyrese has talked about that for him in particular. What did you make of his performance, and what does it mean to you guys as a group now to get a chance to play here on Saturday?
Yeah, it's why we came here. We're not coming here to just make it look good and get try to get there or anything like that. I mean, it's all about getting to the finish line. Now, that said, we talked this morning to our guys about the process that works for us, and the process is a team process. It's a collective effort. It's a collective will. It's a collective speed in the game. It's a collective effort to get each other good looks, those kinds of things. Tyrese is certainly our leader, no question about that. I thought he was spectacular. 27 and 15 these days, are kind of like average numbers for him. But he drove the bus, when the game counted, particularly down the stretch. And, he's a great closer. He's becoming an even better closer.
Second row on the right, Joe.
Joe Varden, The Athletic. Is there something about the in-season tournament that you think brings out the best in this group that you have?
It's pretty obvious that it helps. It's something that our first game was against Cleveland at home. No one was really sure where the whole thing was going. We walked out for our walkthrough at 4 p.m. on a court that looked like a skating rink. And it was like, wow, this has a different feel. And so, Cleveland is a divisional rival, hard-fought game back and forth, a lot of lead changes, found a way to win that one. And then it led to the next and then the next and then the next. I think it's important not to look backward and feel good about, how you got here. The important thing is what's happening now and what's happening next. And that's part of the process of playing NBA games and playing NBA tournaments. If we were to worry about things that just happened, our fourth quarter would have been a disaster after what they did to us in the third. But, we circled the wagons. The guys held the line. They stood tough. We got key stops, and we're able to hold them under 120, which is a pretty good number for us.
Second row in the middle, Jake.
Why aren't you guys just passing that mic around?
Jake Fisher with Yahoo Sports. But it starts with Tyrese, obviously, but was there a moment with this group overall, either in training camp or maybe even like the beginnings of the second half of last season, where you saw like they're not afraid of going up against Milwaukee or Boston or going into Philly and beating them? Like, this is a team that looks at the Titans of the Eastern Conference and just sees someone that they have to go through. They're not really like intimidated at all. Was there a moment where you saw that in this group?
Well, with guys like Tyrese, Myles Turner, has been around 9 years, but he's still 27 years old. He's still a young player. They both have different experience. Myles was here when some of the veteran teams were in the playoffs. He got a taste of it. He's really longed for this kind of feeling, this kind of meaningful games. The fact that they're coming in November and December is good for us. And Tyrese is just one of those transcendent players that, with him on the court, anything's possible. And so, look, we're a disruptor. A lot of people didn't want us here. We don't care about that. We earned our way here. We earned our way to, 3 additional national TV games. So people are going to find out about the Pacers and who we are and how we play. And we're just looking to get better. We're looking to get better. We have a goal. We have a dream as an organization to be an NBA championship organization. They won 3 ABA titles, and that's a big deal. Winning an NBA title is a dream that's reachable, but it's got to be a dream where people can focus on how it's reachable. And we're showing signs of that. We're not there yet. We're showing signs, and we're a dangerous team.
Take 2 more questions. Mark, go ahead, please.
Coach, you've had coached some players that had a lot of scoring ability, clutch ability, and then also some personalities. Is it safe to say Tyrese has all that?
Yes, he does. Tyrese is a great young player that has all the tools, has the personality, and has the desire, and really, I don't know. The 7 weeks that he's put together so far in this season, people are talking about him for MVP, and rightly so. All-Stars in Indy this year, so we're super excited about that, and we feel obviously that he'll represent us there. And we just want to keep winning, and he wants to keep winning. And when you talk to him and hear him talk about what's going on with our group, the thing that you keep hearing him say is that he wants to win. He wants to win. He wants to find out what it takes to win in the NBA. He wants to experience it, and he wants to do it more and more, and he wants to repeat it. So, from a coaching perspective, you can't ask for more than that. He's a guy that makes it a joy to come in every day and do our jobs and work with him and work with the rest of our guys.
Final question, third row on the right. No, one more over, sorry. Right there. Steve Ashburner, right there.
Hi, Rick.
Right.
You had talked before the game about Giannis and Damian Lillard and the challenges that they posed. How did you feel about the combination of Tyrese and Myles and sort of, putting it back on Milwaukee to have to cope with those two?
Well, if we're going to beat teams like this, these high-level teams that have advanced to the quarter and semifinal round of this thing, our best players are going to have to play at a high level. They know that. And so the thing we talked about this morning as a team is just, how in these situations you've got to really focus on process and to trust what they've trained their whole lives in terms of their skill set. And then it really comes down to what are we able to do collectively as a competitive group? Are we going to be able to get enough rebounds? Are we going to be able to get enough key stops at key times? And so far we've been able to find a way to do that. So we get a chance now to take a deep breath, get ready for Saturday. It's an exciting time, and we look forward to it.
Hello, Valeria Robino, Visport BBC Corriere. This is for Tyrese. Congratulations. What does it mean for your career and for your team to be on this global stage and part of the first NBA Cups final in history? And also, how do you believe the in-season tournament will contribute to the expansion of basketball global-wide, internationally?
Yeah, the first part of your question means the world to us as a group. I think this was the whole point of the in-season tournament, to see a young group like ourselves compete and come out here and fight. And, I think we're shocking the world right now. Nobody expected us to be here, and except for the guys in the locker room. And so, that means a lot to us, and so it feels good. And
just got to prepare appropriately, enjoy this one, but get ready to go against whoever that is on Saturday. And as far as the in-season tournament, expanding the growth of our game, I think that this is really big for our game. I think that this will become something down the line that fans will continue to be very engaged in. And obviously this is the first year, so I'm sure some things will change as far as the format, the amount of games, stuff like that. But I think the league is getting exactly what they want. And this is bringing a lot of attention to our sport in a time where, usually we're kind of in the lull watching football until Christmas, the average fan. So I think it's really good for the game.
Next question, left side against the wall.
Jose from Drafteados, Spain. Tyrese, second game in a row with 0 turnovers. I think it's 28 assists. Is something that you can work to get better, or it's just a matter of being focused? And also, I play basketball and I'm always losing the ball. So any advice would be very helpful.
My teammates just put me in a great position to make the right play.
Sometimes I make some wild passes or things like that. Guys cover it up and make me look a lot better than I am. So that's just kudos to my teammates and the guys who surround me. But I'm always just trying to make the right play. I think as long as us as a team, if we take care of the ball, we're going to get enough good looks that we're going to be in every game. So the games where we take care of the ball, we're really hard to beat because we're going to get enough good looks, and more times than not, we're going to make enough good looks. So I think it's a team effort. Everybody's taking care of the ball, and that has a lot to do with it.
Right side.
Tyrese, Willie Ramirez with the Associated Press, 27 and 15, Myles with the big game, 5 guys in double figures. How nice is it, though, to know that you got a bench that could put 43 up and set the tone while you guys are taking a breather to come back in and sort of just pick up where they left off?
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't watch us play all the time, but we truly have one of the best benches in the NBA, if not the best bench in the NBA.
I think local media in Indy, all we talked about was the depth of our group and the competition that was going into training camp, and how guys are really competing for minutes. We got guys who aren't playing right now that can really contribute as well. So we're a really deep team with a lot of different guys who can contribute. And I'm sure we got a lot of guys that people aren't really familiar with, but they'll be familiar all too soon for sure.
Second row on the left. Go ahead, Scott.
Scott Agnes, Fieldhouse Files. Myles, why do you think this team has been so good at handling the spotlight, not allowing the big stage to get to you guys? And then, Tyrese, could you describe kind of your celebration looking down at your wrist?
Well, I don't think we have a lot of Hollywood guys on this team, man. I think that we got a lot of guys that come in, put their heads down and work, and that just speaks to, what the city of Indianapolis is. We try to embrace that as a team and as a unit and just give the fans something to be happy about and just excited to follow. I mean, I'm very excited for, obviously, what we're doing, and, we still have a lot to accomplish.
A lot of Hollywood guys. My guy's got a suit on, no shirt. No, I think it was just in the heat of the moment, just having fun. I know I kind of pounded my chest and said it was my time or whatever. But I think really looking at it, it's our time. It's our time as a group, and we're playing the right way. And like I said, we're shocking the world right now. We're gonna continue to do that. And as long as we play the right way, we know we're going to be in every basketball game. And we have a lot of confidence within ourselves. And it don't matter who believes in us. It really doesn't, as long as the guys in the locker room do. And we got all the trust in the world in ourselves. And we're going to continue to have that.
Second row in the middle. Go ahead, Jake.
Jake Fisher with Yahoo Sports. Congrats, guys. Myles, Rick said before when he was in here that you've been kind of waiting to be a part of a group like this in Indiana for a long time. Can you speak to what it feels like at this moment to be with a guy like Ty and be the lone guy in the front court after all the questions of the fit and the contract was hanging over last year? Just on a personal level, how fulfilling has this been for you?
It feels damn good. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's been a long time coming, just because I know what this organization is capable of, man. And just to have, Indy to have their guy and just have a great bench and great depth. I couldn't be happier. I feel like I just stayed down, man. It's one of those things where I could have quit. I could have just bailed out a couple of years ago. I could have just threw my hands up and said, this is how it's going to be. But I never stopped working, and I just had trust in myself, had trust in the ones around me, and I think the front office did an amazing job these past couple of years to bring in some great pieces.
Stay in the middle row on the second row, middle.
Dustin DePirak, Indy Star. First, the zone obviously gave you guys a little bit of trouble. How do you feel like you guys figured that out? What do you think got right there? And also, they go 43 in the third. You guys hold them to 25 in the fourth. Just what did you guys kind of do to bunker down defensively after what went wrong in the third?
I think a lot of guys just made some shots. I think we got Bruce in the middle. You guys know for the last few years, the reason his bread and butter has been his 2-foot floater, and he was able to get to that. Drew was really big in that third quarter, making some really tough shots in the mid-range and stuff like that. This guy dominated the paint for us offensively. We knew after the last time we played them, we got up 20 in the first quarter. They went to zone. That slowed us down, and that got them going. So we expected that. We talked a lot about that in our preparation for this, understanding how they were going to go to zone, force us to the middle. But I think it's interesting because the point of the zone is to slow us down, but they force everything to the middle within the zone. And I feel like if I'm in the middle of the floor, then I can really get guys involved. And we missed a lot of shots today that I feel like we'll make on Saturday. But he didn't shoot it well. I didn't shoot it well. We had a lot of guys that, a lot of ones that we probably want back. But at the end of the day, we just dug in, got enough stops to allow us to play in transition. Like we've said all year, when we play in transition, we're really tough to beat. So we just got enough timely stops when needed to get going.
Joey Dinner on the Ringer. Tyrese, Rick Carlisle was in there earlier, and he said that you are an MVP candidate. How does it feel to be, mentioned above in the upper echelon of NBA talent this year?
Yes, it's cool. I mean, it feels like 2K sometimes, like it feels really good for me. But
at the end of the day, I've spoken on this since the start of the season. I just want to win. We got a bunch of guys that, Buddy's probably played the most games in the NBA right now without a playoff appearance. So, and that's like my brother. So I want to get him to the playoffs. I want to get to the playoffs. This guy wants to get back to the playoffs. We got a lot of guys that want to compete for something and play for something bigger than ourselves. So this is the start of that, playing for something real. We got a chance to win a championship. Doesn't matter the prize or anything like that. We got a chance to win a championship. And so that means a lot to us, and we're not taking that lightly. We're going to be prepared on Saturday, but I think as a group we just want to win. So all the extra, individual accolades that's going to come with winning. That comes with winning.
Left side, closest to the wall. Go ahead, please.
Austin Sprins with Meta. We just witnessed such an intense and exciting game. Talk to me about how the energy was different in comparison to the regular season.
I know for me personally, it's just kind of cool to, have Indiana Pacers jersey on and come out here and see all the Pacers jerseys on the side. You have your big market teams, and whenever they come to our arena, it's like you see a whole bunch of, green or a bunch of purple or a bunch of different, away fans that travel. But to see that we're, waking up, I guess the rest of the nation now, we have our fans traveling, and, we're genuinely excited about us in a neutral site like this. I thought it was incredible. The energy and Gamebridge before we left for that Boston game, that's the best I've seen in the past 3 to 4 years, ever since last time I was in the playoffs. And even here today, I think fans are genuinely excited, whether they were a Pacers fan or just an NBA fan. Just this environment that was created for this in-season tournament was dope, man. And it got louder and louder. This guy made a huge shot in that fourth quarter. It got really loud in there as well. So, we're looking forward to Saturday, seeing what it's going to bring.
Take 2 more questions, and second row in the middle. Go ahead, please.
Tyrese, talking to you before, you said you were feeling a little different just because it was such a big game. What were you feeling right after? Was it relief? Was it excitement? And what was the celebration like in the locker room for you guys?
I think us as a group right now, obviously there's a lot of excitement around this, and I think that there has to be an appropriate celebration, right? You know what I mean? I think you can't go crazy because you play on Saturday. You got to make sure you pay attention to the game that's about to happen here in a second to be prepared to go on Saturday. But, you want to enjoy this one. We're in the inaugural championship game. That's a lot of fun for us, and that's going to go down in history. So it's a lot of fun for us. We're all excited, all really happy right now. But we didn't just come here to play in one game, play in 2 games, compete. We came here to win. So, it's a lot of fun, but it's an appropriate celebration and be ready to go on Saturday.
Last question, second row on the right.
Alan Snell, LV Sports Biz. For both, what are your impressions of Las Vegas, and would you like to see Las Vegas have an NBA team?
Well, it's entertainment capital of the world, right? I think that, when we're here for Summer League, you see the environment that it creates and the buzz that it can potentially create just for the NBA in general. Me personally, having a team here, I think it'd be a great thing just for international fans. I feel like Las Vegas is a hot spot for people who, travel internationally and want to experience the league at that. So, the NBA is about entertainment, and this is the perfect place for it. So, I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah, who doesn't like Vegas? You know what I mean? So, yeah, for sure. It's only a matter of time, right? And I think we all understand that. You see they got the NFL team, MLB coming. It's only a matter of the NBA coming. The guy in the Lakers, he talks about bringing the team to Vegas every other day. So, there'll be a team here, and that's good for the growth of the game. Like he said, this is, I think we're at the peak of our sport right now. We got, I think the point guard position is at the best it's ever been, top to bottom, and I think that we got a lot of different guys who can contribute in this league. So I think more teams would be really good for our league and bring more excitement. And like I said, we bring Summer League here every year. USA Basketball is here in the summers. Vegas is, like you said, the entertainment capital of the world, and it's only a matter of time.
Obi, what did this win mean to you guys as a group, and how do you kind of balance staying focused on Saturday and kind of celebrating a big win today?
Obviously it means a lot. It was the first semifinals win out here in Vegas. A lot of fun. But like you said, we have one more Saturday, and we're going to watch that game tonight and scout them tomorrow and be ready for that game.
Second row, middle also, at the end.
Obi, can you kind of describe what the locker room was like after this game? How much can you enjoy it? How much do you keep serious and monotone just like any other game?
We just got done with the win, so obviously we're going to live in the moment, enjoy it a lot. We was having fun in the locker room, playing music, laughing, joking. But as soon as tomorrow comes, we got to lock in to whoever wins and figure out what we got to do to get that win on Saturday. So.
Go ahead in the back on the left.
Austin Springs, Meta. The in-season tournament has introduced a fresh sense of competition early in the season. What's one thing you've learned about your team during this tournament that you're excited to continue to hone and develop as you look forward, or as you look towards the rest of the season and claiming your spot in the season?
Yeah, I feel like since we're such a young team, we're growing, we're learning together. I feel like everybody wants to see each other succeed, players and coaches, front office as well. Everybody here is just just wants to see everybody win. So we go out there, play for each other, and we lock into what the coaches is doing. We got great coaches who know what they're doing, so we're going to lock into what they're saying.
Second row in the middle. Go ahead, please.
How you doing, Obi?
Good.
How do you think you guys just sort of bunkered down after that you gave up 43 in the third? Just what went right defensively, and how do you think you guys figured out what to do against their zone as well?
Yeah, like I said, like the coaches we have are great coaches. They have a scout that obviously they've looked over plenty of times. We already played Milwaukee as well earlier in the season, so we kind of had a feel of how we wanted to play them next time we played them. So, I mean, going into the half, we knew that they was going into the second half, we knew they was gonna go on a little run. Basketball is a game of runs, so we just had to stay composed and just lock in, do everything that the coaches was telling us to do, and I felt like we did that, and that's why we got the win.
First row on the left. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah. Hey, Obi. Steve Carp with the Sporting Tribune. You got a couple of guys, Andrew, Ben,
yes, sir,
who aren't making the kind of money that you and some of your teammates are making.
Yes, sir.
I'm just curious. When you play Saturday for this thing, how much are you going to play for these guys to get them that $500,000, which is maybe for them life-changing money?
That's life-changing money for me too.
Is it really?
500,000 is a lot of money. Okay. I don't care how much money you got, but yeah, like we know what it is. Like obviously everybody on our team is young. Like Tyrese, Bruce, and Myles is probably the only one with huge contracts. So having that opportunity going out there playing for them, they come in and we see the energy that they bring. We want to match that same energy. But I feel like everybody knows that. Like we don't got to say that at all. We just go in and play for each other, play really hard, and like obviously it's for the in-season tournament, but we want to do that for other games too. Like we want to get to the real playoffs and so on. So we're gonna continue doing that and try and get more W's.
Third row on the left. Go ahead.
Well, first off, I see you took the braids out really quickly. I was like, man, that's impressive, number one. But also number two, Tyrese threw a no-look lob to you. You reversed it. Crazy play.
Tough.
And then talk about that. And then two, I know this summer you put a lot of work in. You were in L.A. with Chris Johnson. What was the focus, for you in terms of getting better and then finally getting that opportunity that you're getting now?
Yeah, so obviously it's no secret. Everybody know Tyrese is, if not he's definitely the best passer in the game right now. Having the opportunity to play with him is amazing because, like I said, like he wants to see everybody win. He's gonna get his, obviously, but he wants to see other guys on his team win as well, and that's what makes us so special. He's willing to give up hard shots for better shots or whatever. So he's doing an amazing job at that, and that's why we've been so successful as a team. And to your other question about Chris Johnson, we was definitely working 2-a-days every single day this summer. Great trainer, him and Corey, shout out to both of them. So having the opportunity to work with them, obviously they've been around greats, LeBron, who else, Dwayne Wade, they've been working out really good players. So having the opportunity to work under them and learn from what they know, it's been great for me. So,
second row in the middle. Go ahead, please.
I also wanted to ask about that law, but take me through that play. I mean, when do you know when do you guys kind of connect and know that he's going to throw it up? I mean, and that looked like you had to adjust in the air. I mean, what happened there?
I mean, everybody knows our offense. We run the floor really well. We play fast in transition. All I got to do is just do my job, run the floor, and Tyrese does his job, pass the ball very well. I didn't think I was going to make that. I didn't think I was that close to the basket when I jumped, but I just caught it, looked, and just knew that I was going to dunk that. But that was a great pass by him, and it's going to be a lot more of those for sure.
Final question. We'll stay in the second row in the middle. Go ahead.
Obi, Tyrese's late three to the dagger and then his ensuing celebration. What did you think of all that and what he did right after?
Man, you seen the bench. We was going crazy over there. But we know Ty's going to hit those. He's done it every single game so far. He's a really good player, especially late game, clutch player. But that's why he got what he got, the money that he got, because he's a tremendous player. So love playing with him.